The applause is better when I get off the stage, actually.
The energy just left us.
Yes. So good afternoon, everybody. Sean Black, founder and CEO of SalesCrunch, a social selling platform. So look, whatever role each and every one of us here plays at our company, we're all in business for one reason, and that's to make money. Now, don't get me wrong, I think we all want to make meaning, but at the end of the day, you don't report meaning to your investors or to your board. You report sales. So it's no surprise that the best companies in the world are the ones that put customers first and where everybody within the organization touches the sale at some point or another. But in most companies, selling is more of a fuzzy art than it is a repeatable process or a pattern. In fact, in most companies, 80% of the revenue is derived from 20% of the sales force, while the other 20% is left to sink or swim, literally to figure it out on their own. And senior management can't help, no matter how senior. Not because they don't want to, obviously, but because they're so disconnected from the customers on the front line that they don't know how to. Marketing's a really good example. They're flying blind when it comes to sales. They're creating all this great sales and marketing collateral, but they have no idea if customers even use it, let alone if salespeople even use it, let alone if customers are opening it or reading it, or how they're engaged with it. And product is often building in a bubble. They pay tens of thousands of dollars to do focus groups just to hear customers tell them what they like, what they don't like, what they're willing to buy, so they know what to build. But ironically, salespeople hear customers complain and make suggestions all day long. They know exactly what customers want. But of course, nobody listens to salespeople because we're suspect. All we care about is money. Well, to make all this worse, sales has fundamentally changed in the last couple of years. Customers don't really need us now that our information about our products and opinion is widely available online and through our social networks and friends. If we're lucky, we have one point of influence left with our potential customer, and that's our website. Otherwise, we're outside of their circle of trust. Meanwhile, all the people that I just mentioned in the organization are using a plethora of medieval web conferencing services, right? We're doing internal meetings, we're having webinars, and of course, we're doing virtual sales presentations. These solutions all require the same soul-sucking software that takes the first 10 to 15 minutes of every meeting to download. And let's face it, they're not making any of us look any smarter. But what if there was an app for that? One that could solve all these disparate sales-related problems across all these dysfunctional parts of the organization at once? Well, we at SalesCrunch wanted the same thing. So we created a social selling platform that would take sales from fuzzy art to repeatable process. And we do it by capturing what the best 20% of your salespeople do with customers every day and making it easy to train and track the rest of the organization around those things. So our first product is called Crunch Connect. It's a reinvention of web conferencing, presentation tracking, and social networking in a single browser-based application. Think of it as a sales and marketing specific WebEx that not only doesn't suck, but has a layer of intelligence and collaboration built on top. So people get access to you, your meetings, and your presentations via your own personal URL, crunchconnect.com/Joe Cool, and voila, they're in. No more software downloads. Oops. And you get your own dedicated number and a big call me button at the top of your meeting room. So no more awkward moments. And Crunch Connect brings presentations and meetings to life by bringing everyone's social graph into the meeting screen. So you can put a face to a name, see who and what you have in common, what role they play in their company, and how they may influence your deal. And we actually monitor who's paying attention in your meetings. So by monitoring screen activity, we can tell you who literally is engaged. A red border around their avatar means they're paying attention. A red border around their avatar means they're in another tab checking email or otherwise ignoring you. And you can share your screen in Crunch Connect, but you can also add, without a software download, but you can also add decks, presentations to our application as easily as adding a photo to Facebook. So if you're a salesperson and you're in a hurry and you want to find that deck amongst dozens of others that look just like it, you can find it fast and present it even faster. And forget about spending 30 minutes after every meeting sending follow-up email into a black hole. Crunch Connect lets you send a personal email to everyone that was in your meeting with a trackable link to the presentation or whatever other collateral you want to send. And then we watch everything that they do with it. From presentations to proposals, we track how many times they open it, how many minutes and seconds they spend on every page, if they forward it to others, where those people are in the country, and how long they spent reading your stuff. So marketing finally knows what collateral gets opened and forwarded by customers the most. And we record everything that happens in your meetings. From the audio on the phone to what's happening on the screen, we can make it instantly accessible to the rest of the company as soon as the meeting is over. We can literally clone your best salespeople by capturing what they do and how they do it and make it available to the rest of the team instantly. Product can listen to real customer feedback from the front lines and make decisions not based on an artificial focus group, but on what clients or customers are really saying. And we have a freemium model with a premium product that costs between $1 and $3 per user per day. We're less than a cup of coffee. And while I believe that coffee can make you very productive, it pales in comparison to what the ROI you could achieve by getting the other 80% of your sales force to produce at the level of the top performers. Our team has built leading internet brands before. For 5 years before starting SalesCrunch, I was the founding vice president of sales at Trulia.com, now the second largest real estate site in the country. Of the 225 employees at Trulia, 125 are in sales. It's taken the company profitable and will take it to an IPO in the next 18 months. Our investors have hundreds of portfolio companies where sales is central to success. And while we're still in private beta, we have over 1,200 users, some of whom you can see here. Now, whether your customers are internal or external, I hope we prove that everyone can benefit from the instant access and insights that you can gain using SalesCrunch. So you can continue using the same old application that make us look a little like fools, or for less than a cup of coffee, you can look more like Joe Cool. Thank you.
That was a better applause.
That was better, much better than when I came up.
I think you earned it.
The only